So last week I've been on holiday and it was kind of the first undistracted and family holiday since 2.5 years of working heavy on my business. And in today's video I will share you my experiences as a biohacker on how I stay healthy while I have a holiday, and how I recover, how I focus, how I manage my work during the holiday, and how I stay in shape without lacking fun and experience in the holiday. So who am I to talk about health? Who am I to talk about this topic with you? My name is Just Wisser. I own a health coaching company and I help entrepreneurs and high performance to get healthy. I do this with scientific evidence. I have a variety of system models and a huge database that allows me to have experience in this space. I work with a variety of doctors and medical advisors, and I myself transform myself to be healthy, to work on my business, and still have family and friends and all of that. So in today's video, I will simply explain you how I managed my work and my health during holiday. So I went on a ship. I live in Germany, so we traveled to Norway and we went on a cruise ship. It was very nice with my whole girlfriend's family. And we could eat whatever we want. We could go to grocery shops, to shops, exercise. There was a gym at on the ship and all of that. And how did I still have fun, time with family, friends, and manage my work? So basically, what I did was I cut out my whole work for this week. The 2 weeks before, I had strong deadlines, very hard, very rough time to hit all of the goals and prepare for the holiday. So for example, if during the process, if I don't know, I was on holiday from 2nd August to 9th August. So if on 5th August I have to prepare a video for a sales funnel, or if my partners want to have a letter or message, I will prepare this in the time before the holiday, so I don't have to do any essential tasks during the holiday. Of course, I didn't schedule any meetings and so on. I First of all, I do not have a big team, so I'm quite independent, but I still have a lot of clients who I had to message that I will not be available on Zoom and all of that stuff. But I had my phone. So if my partners or my clients had an emergency thing going on in this week where I was not there, I or they could message me. That was the only time they would hear from me or could reach me, basically. But not all the time, because you have so-called sea days where you do not have internet because you are in the middle of the ocean and no Wi-Fi. You had to buy a extra bundle, but I didn't want to have any social connection, and I want to be isolated and have the recovery for myself for this week. So therefore, only for 3 days, I guess, where I was on land, I could actually answer the messages. Luckily, I didn't get that many. So what I do for my work is basically I cut it out, I prepared for the holiday, and then I did nothing. No laptop, no MacBook, nothing. The only thing I brought with me was my phone, because I have to message my other family and all of that stuff. But I had no Wi-Fi, nothing. So isolation. But you need to prepare for that. And now how do I stay healthy? It was all you can eat. You had a lot of food, a variety of food. I ate a lot. And first thing I didn't do was I did not drink any alcohol. That is basically what I don't do. I maybe will have a few drinks in a few years, but I need to do my research how to prevent the alcohol toxicity, and it will take a month to deep research because my research is very in-depth, and the whole cell biology and all of that stuff is pretty dense to know, and I am quite not in that. I do not have the knowledge in that area. That's why I just don't consume it. Okay, so I didn't drink, but I basically ate whatever I want, and I had a few foods I would eat every single day. For example, for breakfast I ate eggs every single day, and I ate a lot of fruits. That was literally what I ate. Eggs, I ate in between 4 to 10 eggs every single morning with a lemon, because lemon has vitamin C, eggs has every single micronutrient besides vitamin C, and so I have a huge baseline. And then I kind of guessed my calories because I track my calories for 5 years, and I have kind of feeling how much I eat, but I didn't care at all for this 1 week. Um, I didn't weight myself. This morning was the first time I weighed myself. I gained 1 pound in this week, and most of this is maybe water because sleep deprivation and travel and stress and all of that stuff, and now the back recovery. So in general, I guess I have gained a half pound in this week, and this week it will be gone because I will cut my calories, so it's pretty easy. And that's basically it. That's what I did. I didn't drink. I had my food I eat in the morning, but then I ate, I ate some sweets, I ate some desserts, I gave a about carbohydrates because I didn't have to work. I could sleep whatever whenever I want, I could rest. I didn't need to use my brain. And I brought some books with me so I could stay mentally healthy. I learned a lot about biology, and I brought some chess books with me. I wanted to, expand in my hobby of playing chess. I love playing chess. I want to, one day play chess on a master level or maybe higher, but it's slow and steady progress because my business takes that much time. But I did these things, and that is what you need to do too. If I have on my paper just 6 points, and the points are physical health, mental health, sleep, nutrition, recovery, and work. These are the 6 things I want to cover. And I don't want to come back to the point because I want to cut it out and explain this to you now to you. These 6 points are essential to know. The physical health. What did I do for physical health? I exercised at the gym from the ship. If you don't have, or if you're away for 1 week, you basically can even not exercise. It doesn't really care because muscle stop building, or decrease their muscle mass, or your body literally starts losing muscle mass after around about 2 weeks or 1 month of exercise. It depends on your genetics, it depends on your whole biology of your whole physiology of your blood work, all of the stuff, hormones, and all of these things have a strong role, and I don't want to deep dive in it. But in general, if you are on holiday for a week, you could just stop exercising. It will make no difference. Of course, you will not gain muscle, but maybe it is a nice recovery. If you overtrain, or if you train too much, or if you feel, not well rested, or if you always feel sore, maybe that is a good sign to, cut out or shut down your whole system for 1 week, because your body repairs and actually builds muscle while you do not exercise, because in the recovery phase, your body builds the muscle. I exercise 4 times a week because I love exercising, and love having a pump. But the only thing I did was 30 to 45 minutes whole body workouts. So I believe the first day I did the upper body, and then the second I did the lower, and then the other 2 days I did 2 full bodies, and all of that in just 30 to 45 minutes. So only 10 sets or 10 to 12 sets, hard exercise, and that's it. I didn't, analyze, I didn't track my weight because I will not use those machines again anyway. So I didn't have to track my progress. I just go for muscle feeling, but only do this if you train for a long time, And if you feel ready, and if you think you can feel when your body is well rested, when your body can train, when your body is about to not cramp, grow, all of that stuff, then go exercise. And if you just want to enjoy your holiday or think that is a waste of time, it's 1 week, man. It doesn't really care. It doesn't matter. It is not bad if you don't do it. And the next thing is, you know, when you think that, you have 1 week and you will miss out these gains, you will miss out the clean eating, you will miss out it. That's not how life works, okay? You are not able to work 7 days per week for 20 years. No one wants to do it, no one will do it. That is literally impossible. Even though you love your work, like I do, for example, sometimes you will, spend time with your family, because that's how we as human beings are designed. We are social creatures, and sometimes, because we are entrepreneurs, high performance, we are here in our dark room, and no one is out here for hours and days and years. Sometimes we want to spend time with our family, and why don't you just spend time with your family for 1 week, and after that you are well rested for your work. You have great social life, no pain there, no stress there, silence there. You have spent a lot of time with your family, so you can focus more time with on your work, because you spend so much time with family. Why is it so bad to do that? Why is it so bad to spend 1 week with your family, or even with your friends? Go on a holiday with your friends for 1 week. And if you do it longer, yeah, of course, then you need to bring your MacBook with you, because longer than, I guess, 10 or 12 days or is very rough to handle in your business without you, if you are the leader, or without practice to be out to get outperformed. But 1 week is not that bad. If you're longer with that, that's a whole different story. I would plan out it whole differently. Uh, Generally, what I would do is basically, I would exercise, and I would try to implement the essential routines. I would eat enough protein. I would eat, my micronutrients, but I would track, for if I would have a holiday longer than 2 weeks, I would track my calories, because so I make sure that I not too much in the calorie surplus. And then I would exercise, and that's it. Yeah. And the next one is the mental health. Mental health is important with socialization. Loneliness is one of the most, or is maybe the number one source of mental illness, depression, loneliness, dying alone. People who are alone are most likely to be psychopaths, dissocial, and basically unhappy. We as human beings love to be social, socially accepted, loved, cared about, all of that. And we only can do this if we, care about someone else. And who, if not your family, is worth your time? Who else? No one. And therefore, spend time for your family. It is great for mental health. And the second one for mental health, read a book, get low on your dopamine. If you, want to spend time with your family, if you want to watch a TV show, then do it. But if you have to, choose things on your own, read a book, do something what you want, do whatever you want, and just enjoy the time. I, for example, had high dopaminergic times before the holiday. Therefore, I chose this 1 week to dopamine detox, because I could not even use my phone or social media or any device or YouTube. So I brought my books. I played chess, so low dopaminergic tasks. So now I have a steady and low baseline, and I'm ready to go. But you can do, what you can do is you can basically do whatever you want while you have the holiday. Shop groceries, shop clothes, watch TV shows, play video games, don't watch porn. That's the only thing I, would not recommend you to do. But do whatever you want, and don't drink alcohol. But that's a whole different story. That's great. Yeah, sorry guys, my camera went warm. I hope you this will not be too bad. So next up we have sleep. For sleep, it's pretty simple. First of all, you have you know that you in the first night you will have bad sleep because your sympathicus, that is your erecting nervous system trait, will be active. That means that you will wake up and be more alerted to noise because it's a new area, and ancient evolutionary reasons for that are basically if you are asleep in new areas, you don't know the dangers there, therefore your body will be not in that deep sleep, regions or areas because you are less sensitive to noise and more vulnerable. And if your sympathicus is activated or more active while you are sleeping, then basically you are better alerted. You can run more faster way, and you will not die that early. Of course, in modern days, new areas, most areas are safe to sleep, but our evolutionary trait is still active, and therefore, it is it is still in us. So the first night will be bad. Therefore, I would recommend you to use melatonin. So use 1 to 3 milligram of melatonin if you feel jet lagged, or if you just feel you sleep at 4 a.m. so your circadian rhythm gets completely ruined, then I would recommend you 3 milligrams. If you just sleep on time, like always, but you want to be more in this deep sleep, use melatonin, but 1 milligram is enough. 1 to 2 if you don't use it that often. If you use it also often, use 3 milligram. By the way, this is all not medical advice. I'm no medical advisor, yada yada yada. All of these things are only personal experience, and no one should do the things I do, but I will just share my experience with you, okay? Yeah, that is the sleep part. So basically use melatonin. Try to sleep on time, but it is not that bad if you don't. But if you are on holiday longer than 7 days or longer than 10 days and you always don't sleep on time and you basically F up your circadian rhythm, it is not that good. So for that reason, I would recommend you to use melatonin. If you want to party or do that, use melatonin. And in the morning, use caffeine. There are a variety of other substances and supplements I can't I'm not allowed to name here on YouTube. Maybe I will do it because I do not care about monetization, because I want to care more about you and less about my money. I don't care. I have my clients, I get paid enough, so I do not care about YouTube money, but I don't want to get striked. Yeah. That's basically what you do for sleep, and then you sleep as long as you can because you want to be well rested. And yeah, then you recover, you chill out, you go to the spa, you spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, and don't work. The only time you need to work is if, I don't know, you suddenly get bankrupt, or one of your partners dies and your whole business collapses, then of course. But most of the times, then you don't even go to holiday. So only go to the holiday if the time allows it. And if yes, spend time with family and be resourceful. Don't be resourceful. Spend time, spend money, share experiences, be nice, have a great life, enjoy life, do things you normally would not do, because then you know that this is the reward for your hard work. This is the reward for your hard times, having a great life, having great relationships, being able to spend that money with these people, spend the time. Because otherwise there would be no reason to work that hard. Why should you work that hard? Of course, if you love one thing, you will work hard. If not, you will not. But in your holidays, it's family time. And if you don't travel with family, it's friends time. If you travel on your own, it's you time, and you start to, do whatever you want. Play on your hobby. For example, I play chess, and yeah. That's the biohacking perspective. No shiny object here. I'm sorry to tell you this. Biohacking, human biology, business, every single area is not about shiny objects, because most of these people, only want to get viral videos to, have viral videos and earn some Instagram money, and are not able to help people. And these viral videos aren't helpful because if 10 million people would have watched this video, why is the average human being still so horrible? Because they don't understand. It's not about the hard stuff. It's not about the shiny stuff. It's about the stuff that needs to get done. It's about the stuff you need to do. And when you are at holiday, you do holiday stuff and you don't work. And you need to do holiday because you can't work 7 days a week. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah. From today, 10th August, I will record every single day, every single morning, videos for you. I will share biohacking insights. I will share news science, news relation with genetics, with biology, sorry, and all of that based on entrepreneurial standards, based for entrepreneurs, because I want to learn, I want to master my mind for my clients, and I want to become the world's best biohacking coach, or in general biohacker, and I want to have the best knowledge. Therefore, I study this every single day for hours, days, and night, and I will not stop. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this, if you want to follow this journey, subscribe. It would mean the world for me, because the first subscriber are always the hardest. But I do not care about stats. I will make the videos anyway. So if you do not subscribe, someone else will do it, and I will grow anyway. So do whatever you want. If you are an entrepreneur or high performer and you want to grow your business, or not your business, your personal life and your health, so you can have a better life, have better business experience, have general better health, because your health is you, and if you are shitty health, then your life will be shitty, and even though you have a great business, you will not feel good, and that's horrible. So if you want to do it science-based, no voodoo stuff, no sensei who is telling to you what to do, then basically click the first link in the description. Then we can talk about a potential partnership, and if not, it's okay. See you, bye.